Oliver Rumar was switched from lock to the back row in place of the suspended Carminati, and Jean Condom returned at lock. The Irish brought back Neil Francis, who'd played so well against England, in place of their captain, Willie Anderson. Phil Danaher, normally a fullback, was switched to the centre, and injury meant that Terry Kingston came in at hooker. In the first quarter of the match, Jean-Marc Lermé was injured and replaced by the South African-born Eric Melville, winning his first cap. This was shortly followed by Serge Blanco's departure with injury. His replacement was Marc Andrea, who went to centre with Philippe Sella switching to full-back. We joined the match with France leading 6-3, 2 penalties to 1. Commentators at Parc des Princes, Brendan Mullen and Nigel Starmer-Smith.
Marc Pujol there at the front. Another playing out of position at international level until this season was a second row, but is prop forward now as Ireland win clean possession. Brian Smith pumps one up high, testing the reorganised defence. It's Ontas in trouble. No knock on. But Ireland have possession quickly. Brian Smith, huge feed, former scrum half. It's a brilliant pass to Hooks, taken on by Mannion. Chance of an overlap here if it can be well moved. This is Kenny Murphy getting the feed from Kiernan. Sella just content to scrabble it away into touch.
Much time their own half, really.
And a bad scrummage effort initially by Ireland, but France came on the second surge as Rodriguez broke off. Remain support. Oh, lovely jink by Campanabero, breaks 2 tackles, past Smith and away now up to the 22. Still Campanabero tries to find support inside. It's there from Menel and it must be the score. Well, there's some of that electrifying brilliance of French three-quarter play. Campanabero was the man to make it, Menel the man to round it off. Well, it hadn't looked a particularly promising attacking position or thrust, but it was Campanabero twice with that jink that took him past 2 tackles, and then nothing that Michael Kiernan could do to stop the powerful Franck Menel. And it's Campanabero now to attempt the conversion. Half an hour played, and 10-3 becomes 12-3.
Lovely break from Campanabero there, and you see the way he's drawing in the Irish defence all the time. And he noticed that on the outside, Keith Crossan had stayed on his man and sensibly passed inside to Menel, who's a strong player, and he just, with the strength, went over the line.
The pick up by O'Hara. Ahern is held. Good transference though, away by Lenihan. Smith, the double miss move in the centre. Kenny Murphy, half clear. Cover just comes in as Hearn on the nearer side lies injured on the field. Play continues. Ireland driving towards the French 22. Little chip for Crossan to chase. Sella covers, it's a race to the touchdown, but no try is given. So close. And an offside penalty against France. At least gives Ireland the chance of points here. It was offside further across the field. We'll see how close Crossan was here. Couldn't hold it, as you can see. So no try, but some advantage play, giving them now a clear-cut chance of 3 points from Michael Kiernan. On target is Michael Kiernan to keep Ireland in the hunt and cut the lead to just 6 points. 34 minutes played. Brian Smith with the restart, former Australian international. This is his 3rd appearance in the Irish jersey. Brilliantly taken by Kenny Murphy, and proving himself to be quite a find at fullback. His hoisted kick, though, now taken on by Eric Melville. Like a bull in a china shop, setting it up for Henri Sanz. Has to bustle a couple of the forwards away, a few fists flying, but nothing too serious. As Donald Lenihan waits to face the attempt of Campanabero. So about a 60-metre kick, allowing for the angle. Huge weight behind it. It's a superb effort. My goodness me. One of the great penalty goals of recent times, to rank alongside the efforts of Andy Irvine and Paul Thorburn at their best. And that's a significant kick to take the lead 15-6, just 2 minutes into the second half. .168 points in 18 internationals. That measures the threat of this Béziers fly half. Cambalabero, sweetly struck. Yes, it's over. Came off the post. As it... Danaher chases. Andrea covers. France's 10-metre line. Penalty given as the ball was buried and not made available. From Kiernan. Again, it's well struck. Is the direction right? It is. Regained possession. It comes now to Cambalabero. Andrea. Lagisquet. Seller inside. Tried to pick up at full tilt on his bootstraps, but couldn't hold. As Cambalabero gives the best possible answer, and boos turn to cheers, and France lead 21 points to 9. They may boo, but my word, you can't deny the effectiveness of this remarkable goal-kicking performance and all-round game of Cambalabero. But Sellers now in trouble. Kiernan collars him in front of the French posts. And it really is desperation stakes now. And a penalty comes to Ireland. And they'll need to score more than the 3 points, I would feel, here. 21-9, they're going to kick for goal. Brendan?
Yes, I think they're happy enough to stay within, striking distance of the French. It's a very unusual error there by Salah, who's mishandling in front of his posts again. Seems to be quite unsettled at fullback.
21-9 then. This to get back within 9 points. Successfully accomplished by Michael Kiernan. Goes Rouma. Back to Sans. Andrea. Great running. About 10 metres out in front of the posts as Ontas is finally held. France surge on, just 2-3 metres out. Sans again. From Benel. And surely it's Lagisquet at last. One of those almost unstoppable French surges of power and skill and pace. And Patrice Lagisquet makes it 19 tries for France for him, and one really that I sense will seal this match. The weaving run of Ontas it was that set it up on the right-hand wing, coming across field, was held, but the support came just in the nick of time. To drive it on was Armory, then half the French pack piled over. And they were on a high, and once the ball was sped out, the cover was going to be outflanked, and no stopping the Bayonne Express. And this was a build-up and a finishing touch to savour. Deficit. And the record of success for France against Ireland in Paris looks safe enough now. One that has stood since 1972. Menel, tackling was great by Danaher, but there's still extra men, and it's Seller away now. Kenny Hooks covering.
It's interesting to note Lagisquet had come from the left wing over there, and in fact, had Salah passed it into him on his inside, he would have been clear.
I'm convinced he can't have seen him because he was home and hosed. Had Salah found the flying left wing who'd come across. And I think just looking across, a quick word from Salah, perhaps of apology at not having seen Lagisquet in a position to run it in. That was Condom, who's come back into the line-out tussle with his recall very much in the second half. And France drive on to the 22. Still the wedge firm. Now it's back. Cambrabero. Sanz whips it away brilliantly to Maynell, and he's found the line to the try-scoring position. Frank Maynell changed his line brilliantly and left Ireland gasping in his wake. His second try, only his third in international rugby. And see here how Sanz did so well to get it away. There's the movement of Frank Maynell that set up the score as he checked and cut back virtually unopposed. And with Cambrabero's added conversion points, it's over the 30 points now for France. Brian Smith, and it just needed a pass to hand for a certain score. And France, a record points tally against Ireland, are convincing winners in the end. 31 points to 12, a celebratory day for Didier Cambrabero. No question at all that France have bounced back, and they end their season with a convincing win.